Tzeentch, otherwise known as the Changer of Ways, the Master of Fortune, the Great Conspirator, and the Architect of Fate, is the Chaos God of vitality and volatility of change. Tzeentch is known for its interest in magic, destiny, history, and schemes. Its stature is ever-changing, its skin filled with and surrounded by faces and spirits, speaking in tandem and separately, his true face centered, great horns sprouting forth, magical energy coalescing around him. Within the psychic dimension known as the Warp, the Maze of Tzeentch, or the Crystal Labyrinth, resides, a maze of pure magical energy, the very schemes of the universe woven into the fabric of the place. Any who step into this dimension is immediately exposed to all their senses at once, their very essence pulled apart, sending them into insanity. The glistening corridors of the maze reflecting all thoughts into itself and into the observer. Within this maze stands the impossible fortress, a forever shifting construct of spires, gates, and walls. Colours spiral around the palace, some never seen outside of Tzeentch's realm. The bodies of any that enter are subject to the very mind of Tzeentch. Even a fleeting thought can obliterate the unknowing. Deeper still into this realm lay the hidden library, the resting place of Tzeentch. The library is filled with innumerable tomes, spells, and information. Tzeentch's sacred number is 9. The number 9 is often linked to change, evolution, and growth. In some belief systems, it is associated with cosmic consciousness and transformation. Tzeentch, being the god of change and schemes, is connected to the transformative properties represented by this sacred number. Tzeentch's armies are known as the scintillating legions. These legions flow forth in a barrage of magical violence, confounding and evaporating any who oppose them, their very bodies in a state of flux, shifting their formations and flipping their tactics seemingly on a whim. There are several legions, such as the Conflagration Legion, the force of demonic flamers, or the Legion Anarchus, a legion of demons and soldiers who move with ever-changing cohesion, or the Veiled Legions, rarely ever seen in battle, but when they appear, they complete their mission and disappear just as quickly. The most powerful of Tzeentch's legions are the Lords of Change, Goliath bird-like creatures, who wield the very essence of Tzeentch's power. They are walking portals of Tzeentch, their eyes doors into madness incarnate. One of the most powerful of these demons is Ateus Rakirs. Tzeentch drowned this soul in so many incantations that he was driven to the depths of insanity. To summon him is to bring genocide to entire worlds. The next demons are the horrors of Tzeentch. They manifest themselves as laughing, gangly creatures, their faces and torsos intertwined, their bodies shifting and converging at will. They start as pink horrors, madly babbling, cheerful and squealing things. In constant motion they leave trails of pink smoke in their wake. They cast spells at a whim, dancing a hellfire of sorcery upon their enemies. As they die, their bodies are torn apart, devolving into 2 smaller blue horrors. They are equal in strength to their pink counterparts, but the tearing of their minds causes them to become depressed and whining things. Once a blue horror is destroyed, they further devolve into brimstone horrors. Bright, whimsical, and destructive critters they are. Their stench is known to all demons who are unfortunate enough to be in their presence. One of the most powerful of these horrors are called the Blue Scribes. These twin blue horrors endlessly travel the universe, searching for lost pieces of magic and using them to great effect. The next demons are the Flamers of Tzeentch. They are bearers of the true fire of change. They are large torsos of muscle and flame, belching smoke and fire as they weave through the battlefield. Their magical fire has no known defense. Sometimes it turns you to ash, other times into crystals of ice, or gases that dissolve living tissue into nothingness. The next demons are the Screamers, sky sharks that soar through the sky in large predatory groups. Agile and feral creatures, they use their warp jaws to shear through all kinds of solid matter, tearing and eating their way into armies and fortifications. They leave trails of colours in their wake, their screams echo around them, crushing the very minds of their enemies. Some Screamers earn the privilege of becoming mounts to the many warriors of Tzeentch who deserve it. They are bound in blades and bands. They exude all manner of colours, bending the very fabric of reality around them. Many Space Marines have fallen to the Great Changer, such as the Thousand Suns Legion, the Oracles of Change, and the Masters of the Crystal Serpent. Many of these Marines are led by those among them that earn Tzeentch's favour, such as Ahriman, Sorcerer Lord of the Thousand Suns. There are many other things that serve Tzeentch, such as the Silver Towers, beautifully carved towers which rest upon discs, floating above battlefields. Filled with many sorcerers, these fortresses use the sorcerers to fire large warp beam weapons and bolts of arcane power. Other things such as the burning chariots, discs of Tzeentch pulled by Screamers. They are sometimes manned by Flamers and Horrors, or other demons in service of their god. Some individuals in service of their god will be given special markings, granting them their master's boon. the Mark of Tzeentch, is given to Tzeentch's greatest followers, becoming pylons of pure sorcery. Other individuals may be granted the gifts of Tzeentch, powerful artifacts that bestow certain powers to the bearers. Ahriman possesses his black staff, forged by himself from many powerful artifacts and infused with Tzeentch's power, or the scrolls of Magnus, illustrated pages of skin that carry profound sorcerous knowledge of Magnus the Red. Tzeentch's followers pulse across the known realms, ebbing and flowing through the universe in a beautiful flurry of enchanting fire and sorcery. All who look upon Tzeentch's splendor see the truth, or fall into madness.